Then man was tempted and fell from grace and from God. For hundreds of years, God had demanded the blood of bulls and goats to atone for the sins of the people. But now a final sacrifice would be made. Only this time, the redeeming blood would be from Jesus, God's own Son, God himself.
Gabriel.
Just the sound of my king's voice stirred my heart. I left my post at the entryway and stepped into the throne room. To my left was the desk on which sat the book of life. Ahead of me was the throne of the Almighty God. I entered the circle of unceasing light and knelt before him.
Yes, my lord.
You have served the kingdom well. You're a noble messenger. Never have you flinched in duty. Never have you flagged in zeal.
Whatever you ask, I'll do over 1,000 times, my king.
Of that I have no doubt, dear messenger.
His voice assumed a solemnity that I'd never heard him use.
But your greatest work lies ahead of you. Your next task is to carry a gift to earth. Behold.
I lifted my eyes to see a clear vial on a golden chain.
Though empty, this will soon contain my greatest gift. Take it and place it around your neck.
I was about to take it when a raspy voice interrupted.
What treasure do you send to earth this time?
My back stiffened at the irreverent tone, and my stomach turned at the sudden stench. Such a foul odor could only come from one being. I drew my sword and prepared for battle with Lucifer.
Worry not, Gabriel. He will do you no harm.
I stepped back and stared at God's enemy.
What are you staring at, Gabriel? Are you happy to see me?
I had no words for this fallen angel. Both what I saw and what I remembered left me speechless. I remembered him before the rebellion, poised proudly at the vanguard of our force, wings wide, holding forth a radiant sword. He had inspired us to do the same. Who could refuse him? No one compared Lucifer to God except Lucifer, and what I now saw repulsed me.
Your news must be urgent.
The time has come for the second gift.
The second gift, eh? I hope it works better than the first.
You were disappointed with the first?
Oh, quite the contrary. I'm delighted in it. You gave Adam his choice, and what a choice he made. He chose me. Ever since the fruit was plucked from the tree in the garden, I've held your people captive. They fell, fast, hard. They are mine. You have lost. Ha, ha, ha!
You speak so confidently.
The Father astounded me with his patience.
Of course I thwart everything you do. You soften hearts, I harden them. You teach joy, I steal it. Teach truth, and I shadow it. The betrayal of Joseph by his brothers, that was me. Moses banished to the desert after killing the Egyptian, that was my work. David watching Bathsheba bathe, my idea. You must admit, my ideas have been crafty.
Crafty? Perhaps. But effective? No. I know everything you're going to do before you do it. I used the betrayal of Joseph to feed my people during famine. Your banishment of Moses served as his wilderness training. And yes, David did commit adultery with Bathsheba, but he repented of his sin. And thousands have been inspired by what he found, unending grace. Your deceptions have only provided a platform for my mercies. You're still my servant, Satan. When will you learn? Your feeble attempts to destroy my work have only enabled my work. Every act you have intended for evil, I have used for good.
Show me, O King of Light, show me one person who has done no wrong and obeys your will.
Dare you ask? You know that it only takes one perfect one sinless one, to die for all the others.
I know your plans, and you have failed. No Messiah will come from your people. There's none who is sinless, not one. Not Moses, not Abraham, not Lot, not Rebecca, not Elijah.
Those are my children you mock. You think you know so much, fallen angel, but you know so little. Your mind dwells in the valley of self, and your eyes see no further than your own needs. Come, deceiver, read the name of the one who will storm your gates. Read the name of the one
Emmanuel? God with us?
For the first time, the hooded head turns squarely toward the face of the Father.
No, not even you would do that. Not even you would go so far.
you've never believed me, Satan.
But Emmanuel? The plan's bizarre. You don't know what it's like on earth. You don't know how dark I've made it. It's putrid. It's evil.
It's mine, and I will reclaim what is mine. I will become flesh. I will see what my children see. I will feel what they feel.
But what of their sin?
I will bring mercy.
What of their death?
I will bring life. I love my children. Love does not take away the freedom of the beloved, but love takes away fear. Emmanuel will leave behind a tribe of fearless children. They will not fear you or your evil.
Then they will too.
I will take away all sin. I will take away death. Without sin and without death, you have no power.
Why? Why would you do this?
I love them.
The extremes of the universe were before me. God robes in light, Satan canopied in evil. Peace contrasting panic, wisdom confronting foolishness. One able to rescue, the other anxious to condemn. I've reflected much on what happened next. Though I have relived the moments countless times in my mind, I'm as stunned as I was at the first. Never in my wildest thoughts did I think my king would do what he did.
Will you surrender? Will you return to me?
Where will we battle?
On a hill called Calvary.
This made that far.
Satan smirked, spinning and marching out the entryway. The Father stood motionless for a moment and then turned back to the book. Opening to the final chapter, he read words that I'd never heard used. No sentences, just words.
Jesus, nailed, cross, blood, tomb, life.
He motioned toward me, and I knelt before him once again.
This vial will contain the essence of myself, a seed to be placed in the womb of a young girl. Her name is Mary. She lives among my chosen people. The fruit of the seed is the Son of God. Take it to her.
But how will I know her?
Don't worry, you will.
I could not comprehend God's command, but my understanding was not essential. My obedience was. Amazingly, the vial was no longer empty, and now glowed with light.
Jesus. Tell her to call my son Jesus.